everyone, today I've got your Ted 2 movie review. This movie is basically about Ted who ends up getting married, and him and his new wife, Tammy Lynn, want to have a baby, but obviously there are a few bumps in the road, and I'm not talking about a baby bump, but it is the fact that Ted, technically because he's a bear, there's a lot of conspiracy, some scrutiny about that, and he has to prove in court that he is a real person. I kind of liked the first Ted movie, and I thought it was funny, even though I wasn't a huge Seth MacFarlane fan. I'm not a fan of Family Guy, and just didn't really get into this movie as much as I did the first one. Yet, there were some funny things in this movie, which I will get to later. I just felt like this movie didn't really live up to the first movie, and it basically felt mostly like the same material as far as the comedy goes. I like the Ted Bear, and even though I'm not a huge Seth MacFarlane fan, I find him to be kind of like slapstick funny. I find him to be like really raunchy, and obviously that's how he's supposed to be, and especially if you pair him up with Mark Wahlberg, who's returning once again. You definitely make a great pair of these two buddies who always drink and do drugs and just do all these crazy things together and go to all these different places. I can see why there's so much hilarity to these movies, and why people enjoy them, but I personally can't say I enjoyed it to the extent that everybody else might have. It's got an even bigger cast of well-known actors. You've got Amanda Seyfried, who is in this movie, and I'd have to say that even though I like her as an actress, I felt like in this movie, it just didn't feel the same. There was this one scene where she's singing, so she's sort of playing off her Les Mis character, and all of a sudden these animals from the woods start popping out, so she's kind of like Snow White, only blonde. I felt like her chemistry with Mark Wahlberg was okay. I wouldn't say that it was better than the one that he had with Mila Kunis from the first movie, but I am all for, some improvements here and there, so I guess it was all okay there. The things that I did like about this movie, yes, there were some funny moments that just, were really raunchy, and I liked the whole Comic-Con scenario in this movie. I thought that was pretty cool. I might have slightly enjoyed that musical intro with the teddy bear, and there's all these dancers around, so it kind of reminded me of when Seth MacFarlane hosted the Oscars. I hope that's not going to ever happen again. But either way, I think that the things that I just didn't like about this movie were the fact that, like I said, it felt like the same material just being reused with a few just dirty jokes, and I just can't really get into that. It's not really my style of comedy that I'm into, so I think that's what kind of took me out of the movie in general. I wouldn't say that I enjoyed it as much as I should have. I think that might even affect me to watch it again. Overall, I would say that Ted 2 was funny sometimes, maybe not the whole time. I wouldn't say it was better than the first Ted movie, but at least, I still enjoyed watching Ted getting into all of his shenanigans and whatnot. So that was pretty crazy. I would recommend seeing this movie if you guys have seen the first movie, and if you enjoyed that, you might enjoy this one. I personally didn't enjoy it as much, but maybe if I see it again, I will change my mind. So I would give this 3 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Ted 2, and how do you think this compares to the first Ted movie, and how do you think of Seth MacFarlane in general. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.